some MS awareness stuff. It fucks up everything. Hi friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching my video on bringing some outside awareness to what the hell is going on with me. Hopefully it helps somebody out there. If you happen to like this kind of stuff, subscribe to the channel. Help me out a little bit. Leave a comment. Do whatever the hell you want. Super unfortunate for you if you were diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Well, diagnosed with anything really, but MS in particular is, man, that's a rough one. It's the worst of the worst, I would say, because you stay alive. There's a kind of like a spectrum of it. There's like relapsing, remitting multiple sclerosis, progressive secondary multiple sclerosis, and then PPMS, primary progressive multiple sclerosis. And they go from lighter to heavy. They all freaking suck like crazy, but they go from low to heavy. And sometimes it goes kind of quick for some people, particularly males my age. I guess it happens faster. Who the hell knows? But it takes control of your life, takes control of every aspect of your life. Your sleep is kind of like one that's gonna drive you freaking crazy. MS has messed up my sleep schedule so bad, it's hard to even make any sense of it. The best way that I learned from it, I'm still learning, so I really don't know, is for myself, I've become to embrace this sleep irregularity. When you have something rough like this, it's like I sleep 2, maybe 3 times a day, sometimes more. But you go out, man, there's nothing you can do about it. So it's kind of like eating, where I eat when I'm hungry, which could be a downfall because, I lost a lot of weight. Some people gain weight with MS, so MS really, really sucks. And when I started paying attention, or actually embraced this sleep problem, is really the only way that I found relief. And by relief, I don't mean like it made me feel good in any kind of way. I sleep when I have to now. So sometimes I'll be awake all freaking night, like tonight, and it's a pain in the butt. But if I gotta pull an all-nighter, then go through some kind of ridiculous mental trauma for the next couple days, I would rather that. I just kind of like let it happen organically. And if it's time to sleep, it's time to sleep. Obviously, your vision is a big part of it, hence the eye patch. I freaking hate wearing this thing. It really messes you up. You gotta get used to it. So if you have PPMS, maybe PSMS, you're gonna experience kind of like double vision sometimes. Even relapsing remitting people can have bouts of this double vision. And when double vision hits, man, it's hard to explain. When it hits me, it's kind of like all the freaking time now. It inebriates you, if that makes any sense. Like, you go from being drunk to freaking, you can't even walk drunk. So when I start to see double, my family knows this a lot. Even if you're having a conversation with me, a lot of times I'll close this eye, or I'll close one eye. I could close the other eye too. I'm actually lucky. Just so I can focus on the freaking problem at hand, or text messaging is one that's difficult. Reading is difficult. I notice for myself, I'll screenshot what I'm trying to read so I can zoom in on it, and it sucks. But there are times in the day where I won't pay any attention to reading because I know reading is irrelevant, and it would drive me more crazy to try to focus on reading something than actually just freaking let it go and read it again later. Some people, me for one, have a hard time with diet, and supposedly really good healthy food can bring some relief. I don't know. I can't cook. I'm about to try because the food, it's another story entirely, but there's something to that. I'm not sure what it is. I've felt it before. There's like the Walls protocol, there's the vegan diet, and it has to be particularly followed well, and I don't really know enough about it, so I can't really comment on it. But all I can talk about is my own problems. And as far as like eating, I will straight up forget. Thank God for my family where they'll make sure I eat breakfast. They'll make sure I get some lunch. They'll make sure I get dinner. That's important. The muscle spasms, they're hard. I'll explain them for me. I'm guessing like 100 a day. Yeah, it's a ridiculous number. They're mostly little ones that aren't painful, but there are the big ones that happen. They mostly happen in my feet, so my feet flutter. It happens all the time when I'm trying to sleep. Like I said, it's about 100 a day. On a bad day, it's probably double that. And some of the spasms can hurt. I have to pay extra close attention to shit that's close to me or stuff I'm doing, because I could be holding something and this freakish spasm hits and I just throw it everywhere. And I've actually had instances where I'm sitting at the kitchen table and in front of me is my like water, and I'm trying to eat some dinner and those other things, and I'll just spasm and my arms will flail out. I'll literally knock everything off the table. One of these freaking spasms caused me to break the window right by the dining room. It's kind of crazy, man. The spasms are another story altogether, but they happen and they get worse, and I don't really know what to say. I have my own remedies when these spasms are hitting. Like the past couple of days, I'll look to medicine that I grow myself. There are other medicines that do help, so it depends on you if you want to take medication or you want to, have some of your own medicine that you made. That's entirely up to you. Will it work? I don't freaking know. Some work for me sometimes. So it's a freaking whatever, man. It's kind of crazy. If you're experiencing all these like compounded spasms, I did notice, I don't know if it's real, but there's a term that I heard that's called strapped. And that's kind of amusing because strapped, when I was growing up, that meant you had a gun. And it's different meaning when it comes to strapped with multiple sclerosis. Like I said, I don't know if it's a real term yet, but it's someone pointed out to me, and I just noticed they're having the spasms. After the spasms kind of happen, or it would immediately encourage spasms. If I sit for like 15 minutes, my body kind of like it relaxes that way. I'm very relaxed until I try to move. If I try to move, the whole body flexes from head to toe, particularly the lower back. So you got to be careful. That does pass for me, but I got to give it a minute. So that's what I start to call strapped, because it's kind of like you're strapped down. You can't move your leg, you can't move your arm, you can't move your head. Everything is just locked up like crazy freaking strong. And I've seen it happen to myself. I felt that my family has tried to help move me, and even someone trying to move you is going to be tough because your body's all locked up. So when that does happen, I notice I immediately cannot move. No matter what I'm doing, I can't move. I gotta wait until it passes. That's like my secret. It takes like a good minute, maybe 2 minutes before I figure out I can move again. So it's really tough. And if you're going through all this kind of shit, man, that freaking sucks. Anyway, if you see someone like this, they're gonna need help, man. That's just the way we are. We're gonna need help. So that's why I'm bringing awareness to MS, and the MS sucks. And like I said, if you're diagnosed with MS, I've actually said it before, you're gonna freaking lose your mind. But you're gonna need some help, So if you know someone that's got MS or diagnosed with MS, help them out, It's definitely gonna be highly appreciated. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button and leave a comment if you want to. If you got a question, I'm more than happy to answer any questions.